Hi there, and thanks for tuning in to OrchestraTutor.com. I'm Jen Mulhern, and today I'm going to work with really any instrument on finding fourth position. Fourth position is a unique place on your instrument because we all have this in common, no matter what string instrument you play, that our neck eventually ends, right? You can only trace your thumb on the back of the neck until it hits the body of the instrument. So let's try something. First, nestle your first finger in between any two strings. All right, notice my elbow's up high, my thumb's loose in the back, and the only two fingers touching are thumb and first. And I'm going to trace up that string. I'm actually going to go beyond the shoulder, and when I get to the end, I can pluck. So if you're on a violin or a viola, you can pluck and come away, or if you're on a cello or a bass. Sometimes I get a couple strings, sometimes I go for a low string. This teaches us exactly where to hold our elbow if we wanted to play down at the end of the fingerboard or back here near the nut. So this is important when we're shifting. I want you to try something with your bow just sitting in rest position. Let's work with the left hand for a moment. Get set up for one of those jumps, except this time we're going to let the thumb keep its position in the back of the neck until it hits the edge of the neck. So you can actually find the spot over and over again without looking. I'm trying it once just by feel, and I noticed that if I line up first and thumb, that they both just come to a rest, and that's fourth position. Now we need to hear what it sounds like. Okay, well, the good news is we're going to start with a lower string. When you find fourth position, first finger actually sounds the exact same as the string above. For instance, on the D, here's open A. I'm going to rock back down to the D, and with my thumb and my first finger in position, fourth position first finger sounds the exact same as open A. So this is a really nifty position, sometimes when you want to avoid an open string, or when you have to shift up to a high note. Okay, so getting there. Well, we already talked about the movement, right? And most of the time, if you can keep your elbow in that perfect, efficient spot, no matter what instrument you play, you'll be able to go back and forth with little to no motion. Keep the finger curved, and let's try something. Let's slur, and I'm going to start on the D string. So I have first finger E, and I'm going to keep the bow moving until I get to that new note, A, and this is fourth position on the D string. Then I'm going to go backwards. We want to hear that slide. Just make sure it's light and loose, and see if you can keep your bow at a constant speed. So you notice I hear about 60% of just the note at the beginning, and then I hear about 40% slide, and then I hear more of that note at the top when I change to up bow. Okay, now you can try a few while you do a sly glance looking at your hand, but if you especially play the cello or bass, make sure that you don't stare at your hand. You can find this position just by using your thumb. It's kind of like if you were born and you didn't have eyes, you would still be able to find fourth position. So let's try this. Find that same note, A, first finger, on the D string. Now, without looking, I want you to take your arm completely away from your instrument. If you're a violin or viola, see if you can hold it with your chin. And then all of a sudden, when you come back, can you find the same note over and over again? Feel it? It's like a blind landing. And every time we listen for a note that matches our next string up. So you can try these on any string. You could try it on the G. So now we have two ways to find fourth position without looking. Sliding and sitting in fourth position and just removing the hand and putting it back. All right, now the good news is you can actually do these same exercises with any position. We can try second or third position, but I would suggest starting out with fourth position because it's the one that you can really feel. All right, once you've got everything up to par, try an exercise like this for your shifting. Go up with first finger and back, then try second. Keep your fingers curved. Make sure that slide is loose, kind of like a float. make sure that your bow stays even, because I can tell you right now, when your left hand wants to shift, your bow also wants to lunge. So that's part of the control that you can really master with some slow repetition. So good luck with your shifting. Make sure nothing ever sounds spastic or tense. Right? This should be an easy float back and forth. Have fun with it. All right, good luck with your shifting, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Orchestra Tutor.